Hello, everybody. My name is Avery,
And I am Loadez.
and we are Fate-Defying Duo. We are going to focus on Fire Emblem stuff because we like Fire Emblem. We're nerds. And today we are going to introduce ourselves and also show you some of our favorite units in Fire Emblem Heroes.
Woo,
So,
yay!
yippee! Okay, would you like to start by telling us a little bit about yourself, Loadez?
Yeah, sure. Wasn't obvious by my accent. I am a British man. I'm 23 years old. What else do I say? Oh, wait, yeah, I draw things. Guess I'm a freelance illustrator, technically. I draw a lot of Fire Emblem stuff as well
Good
as
artist. 10 out of 10.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I play a lot of Fire Emblem, especially Heroes. Yeah, I think that's. I guess that's it from me.
What was your first Fire Emblem game, if you remember?
Awakening, technically. Well, I guess I did try FE7 once when I was like 10. I didn't get into it, and then I got into the series with Awakening because Robin and Lucina got into Smash, and I thought they looked cool.
Well, they are, so.
Yeah, exactly. I really liked Robin.
Well, my name is Avery. I have been playing since I was a little kid, I think. I started with Awakening on the 3DS, but I never really finished it. And then when Fire Emblem Fates came out when I was like in middle school or so, I just really became obsessed with it. I became obsessed with the characters and stuff. Even though it was like the worst Fire Emblem game, I was still in love.
Fates is the best Fire Emblem game, I'm sorry.
I totally believe you. I don't really have hobbies, I think. I just chill, I vibe, I chillax. I've been playing Fire Emblem Heroes since launch, and I don't know, I just love Fire Emblem, and I am glad to be doing this.
That's cute.
Yeah. So do you have any questions for me at all?
Well, you asked me what my first Fire Emblem was, but what would you say is your favorite Fire Emblem?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, gameplay-wise, I genuinely think Shadows of Valentia is the funnest to play.
Interesting.
But aesthetically, I'm thinking Engage is the best so far because, have you seen it? Loadez and I discussed what we thought about the character designs earlier, and I don't know. I'm in love with every single one of them, man. They're just great.
I have very mixed opinions, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that it'll be fun. Yeah,
Well,
I think I don't want to pass judgment until I've played it. You know,
Yeah, I get it.
it's my philosophy with games, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think we should start engaging with this content.
That was such a smooth segue. Well done.
Thank you. So what we'll be doing today is showing off 5 of our units that we have, and they'll be our favorite units. So they could be the ones we think are the strongest, or one of our favorite characters, or ones we just think are fun to use. So I've already made some teams. I'm gonna show off and talk about them. So I'm gonna begin with Asker, because this beautiful man. He not only is super bulky, super cool. He is a very cool unit in my opinion. And he's in Mythic unit, which I feel is awesome for lots of content, because not only does he get the boost during Ether raids, but he also can give stat bonuses to other units, which is pretty cool. I haven't really given him a unique kit yet. I've been considering giving him Sturdy Stance 2. Or no, 3 I think. Yeah, 3. I just give him an Instushion because I think he should just tank, really. But he's one of my favorite units just because of his utility, his strength, his everything, basically. Do you have anything you want to add on?
I really like Asker. I think Asker's really cool.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like fan art of what he could look like, because obviously he was hinted at before they revealed his appearance, and there was a lot of good fan art, but then they like showed off the like actual one in like a trailer, and man, he looks really cool. I'm just glad that they finally introduced a male OC that was like buff. because I mean
Yeah.
I know we've got like Bruno, but I feel like there's like not a whole lot else.
Yeah,
Because,
and
I don't
also
know.
talking about art. Well, spoilers for the Fire Emblem Heroes story if you really care about it. But the final chapter in the art of Embla and Asker was just really beautiful. I really loved it. And just
Yeah,
their
yeah,
story together is really endearing, I guess. Where
yeah.
where Embla really cares about Asker. I just think it's very sweet.
I'm also not super keen on like beast units or like animalistic characters, I guess. But I think Asker's a good one. He's one of my favorites.
I'm the opposite.
I like
I
beast as well.
love beast characters. I just think it's awesome.
Interesting.
So next unit is my Byleth. So ever since Fire Emblem Three Houses got released, no, not released. Ever since it was shown off for the first time, all the way back in, I have no idea when. I saw Byleth's design and I was like, oh my god, I love him. I want to keep him in my pocket. I need to protect him. So when he came out in Fire Emblem Heroes, I was like, I need to get him, of course, and I did. And sometime this year, 2022, I was able to pull on that one banner with Eliwood and Camilla and Byleth, and I was able to get 6 Byleth, if I recall correctly from it, which I think is the best I've ever done on a banner. So I just gave him everything I had, really, to make him a very, very speedy unit. So he has some Vital Astra, he has Distant Pressure, Spurn 3 times Pulse. So basically he's always going to have his special no matter what, and I'm hoping his Refine will be good. What are your thoughts on Byleth, or my Byleth?
I really like the male one. I'm not so keen on the female one's design because there's just, I don't know. I just
Same.
think the male one looks a little bit better. But yeah, I have him at +1, and then I have like 3 spare copies that I'm keeping for Distant Counter and Ruptured Sky Fodder. I wish I could give them to you so you could just like +10 him already. But
God, same. I need them, but not today.
Yeah, I mean, I never use mine if I'm being honest, but I like
Yeah.
him a lot.
And when you mentioned female Byleth, I instantly thought of, do you remember that glitch where, when you were female Byleth in that one cutscene in the library, if I recall correctly, she would just use the male Byleth noises.
I've never heard of this.
Oh
Is
my
this a
god!
thing?
It was a glitch that happened, and they had to patch it out. But she would just sound like a very buff dude, which I think is
That's
funny.
so funny.
And in every single cutscene, female Byleth has like these big ol' eyes. It's insane.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem for me. I think her eyes look kind of dumb, and I also don't really like that she just has a random like stomach window. I think that's like
Yeah, I feel like
really
the eye
dumb.
problem is still kind of relevant because of Engage's female Aleer, but I think it does look much better than Byleth's eyes, personally.
I mean, they at least like fit and frame her face a little
Yeah.
better. Is what I think, but I don't know. I think female Byleth still has some like cool elements. You know, like her tights being like all those like weird like ripped shapes. I don't know what to call it, but I think that looks really cool.
Yeah,
It's just a shame that she has like the weird stomach window and they're like huge, wide wasp-looking eyes.
yeah. If they try to make them less anime, I feel like that would look much better.
I do like her voice though, and the Brave one
Yeah.
is pretty cool. So there's that.
I love both of the voice actors, and I'm a personal fan of Zach Aguilar because he is such a cool voice actor, and he has made me want to be a voice actor in the past. So,
Yeah. I think we've all had a phase like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've definitely wanted to do that before, but awful British voice. So
God, same. So, next unit, I guess, is Shay. Wait, Shez. So, ever since Three Hopes came out, I have loved Shez so much because he has been such a fun character. He's such a unique protagonist, like one we haven't seen before, where he is actively participating in conversations and having this personality with a voice, because most of the protagonists are voiced nowadays. And he's a very unique unit too, where he's able to quad very often. It's beautiful. So it's mostly a basic kit with his attack speed ideal for having good synergy with his attack speed oath, and then he's able to heal himself constantly, and then his no follow-up helps him just kill. And earlier today, I had a summoner duel with a friend, and they were using a bunch of Hectors, and they're super tanky. And luckily, because of the speed, defense, bulwark, and the rally, I was able to just heal up. I mean, the Aether, I was able to heal up. So that was awesome, just being able to revive myself like that. So, anything you want to say?
I really like Shez too. I don't know. I think the trope in RPGs of protagonists that don't speak is really, really boring and annoying, and I don't care about it. And Shez is like the opposite of that. I think they're like really, full of personality. I also really like the design, just like the purple and orange color palette, especially for a lord, is like really unique. So, well, I guess I don't know if you would call them a lord, but they're like a protagonist, right? So, yeah, I like Three Hopes a lot. I really liked Shez. Yeah, I really like them. I heard that male Shez in Heroes is pretty good with like being a vantage sweeper or something.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Because the double.
Yeah, I definitely need to try that out. Another thing to note, I guess, is that, like you said, Shez does have lots of personality, and I feel like that really adds to not only like him as a character, but the story as a whole.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it definitely revolves around him and how he and Arvel have this bond that is unnatural, I guess would be the best way to say. So
yeah, I think just the like contrast between Byleth and Sophis being this deity, and then Shez and Arvel being this weird like evil slithery. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, I think that's like a fun, a fun rival for Byleth.
Another thing is that, like you said, he's like shadowy, slithery, and that also comes into his gameplay, which is one of the things I love, is when story and gameplay intertwine with his shadow sneak skill that he has, or he's able to just go super fast around the map. And I love how he does contrast Byleth, especially in Three Hopes, where you have this talking character who's always kind of being snarky and trying to defeat the main character that we played as before, and sees them as an antagonist. I feel like that's just super cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool perspective. I thought it was done really well.
Okay, next unit is the new duo Cordelia. So I was lucky to get her in 4 pulls, which I think is one of the best, like, I don't know, amount to get. And I've been using her nonstop lately. I've had her on my duo, what's his name? Duo Duma, and my Rearmed Robin team. So Rearmed Robin obviously has near save, and then Duo Duma has his far save ability. So I've been having her so they could just teleport around to take care of everybody like faster. So that's been great. I personally don't like the speed clash on her. I do want to change that out for something soon. And I've been considering giving her Wings of Mercy, but besides that, she's a very fun unit. Her Harmonize skill, I don't particularly use it much, but it is always helpful when I need to. And, oh, she's gonna make a noise, but honestly, that's it. She is a good unit. She's one of my favorite units, I think. There isn't much to say about her personally. Do you have anything you want to contribute?
I really like the idea of like mother and daughter duo, especially because I played Awakening and Fates, and I love them both. I also really liked Selena and Severa. I know they're the same character, you know what I mean? I like them. I just like her a lot as a character. I think it's kind of sad that Cordelia was the lead. I feel like it should have been Selena, but I don't know. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. I do like the mother and daughter duo thing too, and it's very interesting because they keep kind of teasing us with the fact that Cordelia might learn who Severa is, or Selena in this case is, but they don't really tell us, which I feel like
that kind of confuses me, honestly.
It's a real fan service moment, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, both Cordelia and Selena have been in since launch, right? So
yeah,
I'm surprised she hasn't figured it out that this, person that looks identical to her daughter.
But also, you gotta remember they're being summoned from different worlds specifically. Like that's the whole thing
Different
behind
times, different worlds. Yeah.
But I do love stuff like this because it does show the type of things Fire Emblem Heroes can do when it comes to the whole cast of characters that they've got. So it would be more interesting to see some duels like this, like maybe an Amcos and Corrin or something like that, to see these interactions we never really get to see.
I hope we get an encore soon as well.
Same. Maybe that'll be the legendary for this month.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. So we finished the first 4, and now here's the last one, and it's Reinhardt. So this Reinhardt has been my first +10, and he has been carrying me throughout the whole game, and I'm not joking when I say that. So I have, as you see here, I've just been giving him a ton of stuff. So he has Blue Dual Cavalry 4 because I love focusing on the arena mode. He has Speed Resistance Far Trace 3, so he's able to just come back to me if he has to kill someone. Attack Speed Menace, because I want to buff him more and I want to debuff people. Then he also has Boo Frame for that not passive, that static amount of damage. And then he has Rally, Attack and Speed just for Arena because I just want him to score better. Which it's a shame that those are the only ones that really give much of a boost. But and here's Death Blow 3. And I've got him paired up with Xander because that's who I normally use as a partner for him in Arena. And he also has his Suspended clothes, so that's nice. And I think that's it for me. So do you want to add anything before we move on to you?
Well, all I can say about Reinhardt is when I first started playing the game, he was a menace, and in AR and other modes, I would always get killed by him, and he drove me crazy.
And has that changed at all?
Well, with Ninja Corrin, yes, but I remember I had to clear a load of storage chapters, and I didn't have any good units at the time, and I was I refused to use Reinhardt. I refused to be one of those brain dead Reinhardt users.
Wow.
And then I ended up +10ing him at 4-star, and then merging a 5-star into it. So then he has the 5-star skills, but he's 4-star +10. If that makes sense. Wow, so I have a very dumb budget build Reinhardt myself that just kind of exists in my barracks because I just have no use for him anymore. But
yeah, honestly, I don't know, he still holds up to this day, which I feel is the most important thing when it comes to older units.
Yeah, I gotta respect him for that. It seems so funny now to think that he was such a threat when you have legendary Lilina and Ninja Corrin and Sigurd and all that stuff. But yeah, I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's considered, and his Resplendent is nice.
Well, I think it's time to move on to your units now. So take it away.
Woo! Okay. Yeah, so I guess we'll start with my units. All my units are old. I'm attached to all the old ones because I've actually had time to build them. But my first one is my normal, I guess, Resplendent Chrom. I really like Chrom. I think he's great. I think he's really handsome.
He's a 10 out of 10 unit.
He is. He's also +10.
Yeah.
Max Dragonflowers. He's +speed. His speed isn't great, but I think just with all the skills he has and stuff, I just speed stacked him. And I'm pretty sure his weapon grants him what is it +10 speed or something ridiculous.
At this point, he's gonna be so fast he can travel back in time.
Exactly, and then the whole problem with Grima won't happen. But yeah. I also ascended his res because it was really low, and I wanted him to be really tanky. And I kind of wish I'd done it in HP now because his HP is already massive. And if I gave him a HP boon, he'd be at 69, which is brilliant. But he still serves me very well. He's super tanky. He can tank most things. Blue mages, I guess, are a little bit of a problem. And then, modern units are kind of a threat. But I don't know. I can work around them most of the time. What are your thoughts on Chrome?
Gotta say, he's a beautiful man. He is such a great protagonist in an original game, in my opinion, and I just think he's a fun unit to play with. I've had a Crom in the past before I killed him, obviously, but he has been consistently fun unit to use, I'd say, throughout Fire Emblem Heroes' lifespan. So I think that's all I really have to say.
Yeah, I think the Resplendent is such an upgrade. I think the like cool like magma on his arm is like really cool. I think his old art was kind of ugly. So yeah, I'm really glad. I think I actually only decided to build him after the Resplendent came out, but yeah, I'm glad I did because he replaced Legendary Ike on my team as my sword unit that tanks everything.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But let's get on to the second unit. Second unit is another Resplendent, another infantry. It's Soth. Little known fact about me: daggers are my favorite weapon type. I just think they're really cool. I really like that they can be like, at least in Fates anyway, they can be melee and ranged. I think that's really fun. And debuffing is just like a fun concept. It's
I think that's very interesting that they chose to do that for daggers in Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, I think it's like a cool tactical thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And yourself is awesome too. He's got his Resplendent Icy, and then he's also got that boon.
Yeah, attack and speed, and plus 25 dragon flowers. Love that. Yeah, he's pretty lethal, and his refine is actually really unique because it grants special cooldown for all your allies after attacking someone. So I tend to run in with Wind Sweep and then buff all my allies and get the the special cooldown.
I've really wanted to build a Soph in the past just because of that special skill he has.
Yeah,
it's
and then
awesome.
I give him Pulse Smoke in his C because it makes the enemies' specials go up, which is funny. And also Wind Sweep because when I run him in when I run him in Arena, Fallen Edelgard used to be like a huge problem. I didn't have a counter for her, so I would kind of get a debuff on her, and then Poison Strike would cover the Mystic Boost thing, the healing she would get, and then get rid of her special, and then somebody else could run in and hopefully kill her most of the time. I mean, there's lots more counters to her now, but when she first dropped, she was a menace. Jeez. But I really like Soth. Yeah, I haven't played either of the Radiant games, so I'm a fake fan.
Same,
but,
honestly.
I really like the colour green. Soth is a little green dude with daggers. I feel like that's kind of my whole aesthetic.
Yeah, so, he's the Green Goblin.
Yeah, I love him. I really, really like him. I just want to be Soth, I guess. I'm going to be a Soth Kinney or something. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, Soth is cool. I like him.
Yes, 100% agree.
My next unit is Male Morgan, and to be honest, when I played Awakening, I wasn't super attached to Morgan, especially because obviously I almost always pick the male Robin, so I usually have female Morgan. But I don't know, I didn't see the point of having a second tactician because I wanted my main character to feel unique, and obviously I can't bench my avatar, I don't think anyway, and even if I could, I wouldn't want to. Yeah. I tend to grow more attached to Gen 1 units, but anyway, I needed a red mage. This was early days of Fair. I needed a red mage, and I just kept getting him, so I built him. And then his refine was really good because it's kind of a menace skill, except it's +5, and I think it's attack, speed, and res. Yeah.
I remember when Morgan came out, I really wanted to just build him up. He was one of my favorite units at the time, and when his refine came out, I was like, oh my god, I wish I could just build him. But never that lucky, so.
Yeah, I also used him in Arena. He's got our dual infantry, but then I gave him Gatekeeper's Close Reversal and Joint Drive Defense just because he's kind of tanky with all the buffs and stuff he can get. And
yeah, a good sacrifice, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't really care about Gatekeeper, honestly. it's funny how how crazy popular he was, and then nobody really seemed to use him, or at least I didn't see many people
Yeah.
using him.
I
But,
mean,
yeah.
he instantly got his special B skill stolen by Asker. Like, so he
Yeah,
wasn't very unique after that.
It's kind of sad. But yeah, I love my Morgan now. I'm really attached to him. It was funny because I just didn't expect to become attached to him at all, but he's really good. He can kill like so many things, even now. So yeah, I love him. I love him a lot.
Yeah. I think that's awesome that Fire Emblem Heroes could just give us these characters that we don't really care about, but then we just slowly grow to love them.
Yeah, I mean, I've played all the GBA games except FE6 because that's not got like an official English translation, and I couldn't be bothered to look for one. But,
not yet, at least.
I've played all of the DS ones, the 3DS ones. I've basically played all the modern ones. The only ones I haven't played are Japan only and the Radiant games. So yeah, it's funny that I'm so attached to Micaiah, who's my next unit. The brave one in particular.
Spoilers.
But yeah, I really like Micaiah. I don't really know why. I just think her voice actor is really cool. I think her design's really cool, like the silver hair and the golden eyes. I also just think that she's really cool that she's like a flyer, but she doesn't have a mount. Like girlies who just levitate. That's like fun, you know?
Yeah, I love characters like that. Like Fallen Tiki, I know she doesn't fly, but she's an urban unit, and I feel like just her floating, I feel like that's just interesting when characters just float.
Yeah, I mean, I think Brave Byleth has it now too, and obviously Bridal Micaiah has that as well. I don't know if there's many others. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But yeah, the idea that this like person is just, like,
Robin.
levitating. Grima, Fallen. Fallen Robin Grima, I guess. Yeah, that is pretty cool. But yeah, I really like Micaiah. I originally tried to speed stack her when she first dropped because I was like, oh, I want that follow-up, but then she gets an auto follow-up anyway with her refine, so that was kind of dumb. But yeah, somehow I got it to +7. Feel really good about that. I would really like to +10 her at some point, but who knows?
I believe in you. I think you'll do it like soon.
I hope so. But yeah, Soth and Micaiah, they're like my little duo that I like to keep together. And she just nukes everything. Steady impact and steady blow, obviously, for the extra defense. When she initiates, and she'll obviously always hit twice. Almost always hit twice. And then Yoon's Whispers isn't like great. I think ranged flyers really struggle with skill choice. But Ninja Camilla came out recently, and I really don't care about her as a unit, so I just got one and then immediately fed her to Micaiah, and now she's got some really cool tier 4 skills in every slot.
RIP, but good sacrifice. Best option.
Yeah, totally. If it means Micaiah gets stronger, it's totally worth it. I love my Micaiah.
Yeah.
I still use her in like Aether Raids and stuff, and she used to tank any magical hits, but she can't really tank as many now. But yeah, she still nukes everything when she initiates, so I love her.
Yes, that's great.
I think the effective on cavalry and armor really helps. Really,
like you definitely see that nowadays with units like Duo Crom, which we named the channel after, of course.
Yes,
but,
we love Crom. We love Crom.
Yeah. But yeah, you could see that those effective bonuses, they just really help out. So I think that's another thing that makes Micaiah so great.
Yeah, and she's just pretty. I just think she's cool. I like her.
So true.
Okay, so my 5th unit is Valentine's Owen, and he definitely holds a special place in my heart because obviously I know he's a really popular character, but I really love him too. I don't know, when I played Awakening and I like got him, I just felt like immediately like a kinship with him, as like cringe as that sounds. I don't know, he's just so like stupid and like dorky and funny.
Yeah,
and hammy.
he's definitely one of my favorite characters of all time, I would say, because it's just a great personality. And I know you for sure. I remember that you cosplayed as him once.
Yes, I did. I was going to mention that.
Amazing.
I cosplayed as Owen. It wasn't this one. It was just the normal one. But it was my first like. I guess it was my first proper cosplay. I got a friend from uni to help me make that, and yeah, it was really cool. I got some really cool photos that day, and then I got a lot of Twitter followers for doing that as well.
Yeah, I that's how I found you originally. I don't know if you knew that. But
Oh, really?
like, oh god, I wish I could cosplay like that. And then I saw your art, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna follow this person. And here we are now.
I know a few people in my server said they found me through the cosplay, so that's cool. But yeah, I just want to be him. I just love him. I want to be him so bad. And
I get it.
I didn't get like yeah, I didn't get any normal Owen copies. I think I might have had one, and it was like minus speed plus rares or something garbage like that. And I was like, okay, this sucks. And I plus 10'd normal Odin, and he's obviously not very good. And then this one dropped, and I was like, he's a seasonal. Even if he's the demo, I'll try and get as many copies as I can. And then I got extremely lucky. Like, I think I got all 11 copies in like 200 orbs or something crazy like
Whoa,
that.
That's
I know,
awesome.
it was insane. So immediately I spoiled him with Surge Sparrow, Attack Speed Menace, and Neotrace Speed Defense. Brave Erica and Summer Ash, I think. Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
And he's also got the Ninja Naginata thing from Corrin, the Ninja Corrin, the male one. But I never run that because Piercing Tribute's pretty cool. And yeah, this is the only time I've ever plus 10 to seasonal, probably the only time I ever will. But I love him. I love him so much.
Yeah,
he's just so good.
Good thing to achieve in Farmer Heroes. That's a good goal to have. But
yeah,
I see that he is a blue horse unit, which is a very interesting set.
Yeah, I have another blue cavalry to show.
Oh, you do?
I know we said 5 units, but I actually plus 10 to Brave Crom when he launched because Crom lost to Gatekeeper, and I was really mad about it. And Choose Your Legends, and then obviously he won the next time. And I remember when it was the voting thing, I was always on Twitter, and I was like, everyone vote Crom or else. And it was funny. I got all my friends who have like Nintendo accounts who don't play Fire Emblem, have no Fire Emblem knowledge. I would send them the Choose Your Legends thing, and I'd be like, please vote for Brave Crom, and they would do it for me. And I feel like I kind of rigged the voting thing, but like,
that's just called having good friends.
Yeah, I love them. I love Crom, and
yeah,
I don't think he needed the help anyway. I mean, he won by like a landslide. You know that Smash Bros meme where it says like, I suppose I'll have my chance another day.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that image is always somehow relevant to Pua Crom, and I think he definitely deserved to have his chance. So I decided to honor all of the hard work that
and I'm glad
we put
never
in.
won until now, because now he gets to have such a good kit.
Yeah, exactly.
Just perfect.
He's so good. I usually run him in Aetherids with Yuri, because he gets the extra movement and obviously the infantry speed tactic buff thing that grants no follow-up. So
yeah,
he just wrecks everything. For the only 5-star exclusive that I have at plus 10, probably the only time I ever will. But yeah, I saved up like over 1,000 orbs for this man, and it paid off.
Yeah.
I also streamed it, so if you want to go back and watch that, you're gonna hear me literally scream every time I got one, and my mic even like fell off my desk at one point. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and it'll be linked in the description below, so anybody can watch it if they want to. Top 10 Loadez moments, I would say.
Yeah, definitely for me. I think the Owen cosplay is up there, but the Brave Crom stream was also pretty good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've just waffled about myself instead of talking about all these units. But
no, you have good stories about them. That's awesome.
yeah, I tend to be more like sentimental. I like to build my fivs rather than, you know, whatever is meta relevant and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably see by my like plus 10s here that.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best ways to play Fire Emblem Heroes, is by doing what you like, you know?
Yeah, spoiling my fivs. Exactly.
Well, I think it's a good high note to end this video on, right?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything you want to say to anybody else out there?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Support artists, and obviously follow my good friend Avery here too.
Yeah, and we'll have all our links in the description below, so you can always feel free to check us out. So with that, adios, have a good day,